Robert Morris defeats Kent State 78-44 in the largest non-conference victory by Robert Morris since December 28, 2006, when they defeated Longwood 96-62 in a game where Longwood was making their transition into Division I. And, you know, we're now joined by Colonial head coach, associate head coach Charlie Buscaglia. And Coach Charlie, just an absolute incredible team effort. Everybody, I mean everybody in uniform tonight made a contribution.
Sure, it was a really good team effort tonight. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but we did a lot of little things and a lot of hustle plays. 23 offensive rebounds is a number that's really going to stick out in a box score. We also had 3 for 15 from Josette Campbell and 0 for 4 from Artemis Banu, and we still got a chance to extend the lead here just because of those rebounds and putbacks. So it wasn't all just pretty shooting out there and a hot hand. It was a lot of hard work and getting after it and causing turnovers. We caused 36 turnovers tonight.
Not only did you cause 36 turnovers, you had 15 steals, a half a dozen each from Bree Ty and April Williams.
Sure, April Williams has really quick hands, and so does Bree Ty. If the ball's in front of them, they're going to tip it away and go the other way with it. So we got an opportunity by putting some pressure on the ball. We came out a little bit slower than we wanted to. We wanted to really get up and pressure them. That was our game plan, and I thought we put together a pretty good game plan for them this time. And we just came out a little slow, and that's why the game in the beginning was, they were getting some back doors, and they were getting some good looks, and they looked strong. And we did a good job of picking up the pressure and really getting after them. I think that's what really caused them. They had to put the ball on the floor a little more than they wanted to and do a little bit more with it than they usually can, and that's how we got those steals.
Robert Morris victorious over Kent State 78-44 here in non-conference action. Adam Gusky and associate head coach Charlie Buscaglia here at courtside at the Charles L. Sewell Center. We touched on April Williams defensively, but how about her, Bree Ty and Mary DeRoche, all in double figures for the second game in a row, at least 3 players scoring in double digits here at the Sewell Center.
Yeah, they all really did a great job of getting into the offense and looking to shoot the ball with confidence. Brianna Katai was 7 for 11. A lot of it was pulling up on the break and pulling up in quarter-court offense. She does a good job of jump-starting our offense early on, getting some help calls and then kicking the ball out. That's why she's going to have so many games with a lot of assists. You're either going to collapse on her when she goes by the defender, or you're going to have to let her, shoot that pull-up and hope she misses. So she was getting that pull-up today, and she knocked it down. And, of course, with Mary DeRoche, 7 for 11, a lot of that is just Mary being inside, getting real deep near the basket. She didn't take a shot from further than 3-4 feet out today, and that's kind of quality shot that wins games. Easier shots are going to win a lot of games. If you're out there chucking it from way out, it looks pretty when it goes in, but those baskets underneath by Mary were big.
If you looked at this basketball game, the 2 things that you'd have to take away if you're a Robert Morris fan is hustle and hard work, and they both seem to pay off today.
That's what we've been drilling. Every day in practice, it's not about who's shooting the ball well in practice. Obviously, we're working on that, but it's more praising the people that are getting on the floor, people that are willing to go out there and hit somebody on a rebound and really box out hard, go after the ball. We keep all types of hustle stats, all different kinds of hustle stats, and we've been really charting things and making people accountable for not getting on the floor or praising them when they get on the floor. And you can see when the ball's loose, we got people diving right now, so we're happy with that, and that's what we're really going towards. And that's why it's such a big win for us, because we didn't shoot the ball well, and we had such a big lopsided victory, and it was because of our attitude and our effort. And if we keep growing and we don't take steps backwards, we're going to be all right. But, this next game coming up against Central Michigan, they're a tough team. They're much athletic, and we're going to have to really, really play well to beat them.
Talk a little bit about what you know from Central Michigan, another team out of the Mid-American Conference coming to the Sewell Center here on Friday.
I know they got some new players that are really contributing. They're good. They put points on the board. Last year they were one of the higher scoring teams in the country. They really put the ball up, and they have a good job of getting into their offense. They do a good job of getting into their offense and getting shots up quickly and finishing them. So we know it's going to be a type of game that we're going to have to really get down the floor and match up. We're going to have to give our best defensive performance. And, they got some new faces, so we only have so much film to watch of what they do. So it's going to be a lot of us just knowing our defensive strategy, knowing what our schemes are, reacting to what they do instead of really knowing what they do. When we only have 1-2 games to prepare, you really don't see everything a team's going to do, especially when they don't, do everything in the first 2 games where they might have something that they're saving or something they worked on this week. First 2 games of the season, you don't have in everything that you want in. You just keep putting things in as they go. So we're going to have to do a good job now of really reacting to a good offensive team and knowing that there's some new players that we're not going to be able to plan as much for.
Colonial Associate Head Coach Charlie Buscaglia, thanks a lot for your time, and congratulations on this big 34-point victory over Kent State.
Thanks to everybody that came out tonight. I really appreciate it. You know, it's really a struggle for us to get the crowd that we deserve, but please come back and keep supporting this program. We're going to keep working hard for you.
On the radio side, we're going to be back after this 2-minute timeout with more of the postgame show right here on RMUcolonials.com.